Hey, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Salvador Briggman, and in today's video, we are answering the viewer question of what is Kickstarter used for in business? So all of the newbies out there, if you've never heard about Kickstarter, crowdfunding, or Indiegogo before, and you're wondering how the heck can I use this to achieve my business ambitions and goals and have more success in my life, that's really what we're covering in today's YouTube video. And I'm trying to really get to this because it's a very important topic for anyone out there who is aspiring as a business owner, or you already have a business and you're trying to create a new product line. This is definitely a video that you should watch until the end. Not only am I going to talk about kind of how this is used, I'm also going to give you a couple of examples as well, because us business owners, we hate theory. Oh my gosh, right? Go to school when you're younger and you're learning like boring theory that you never apply to your real life. It's like nails on a chalkboard, right? So I'm really trying to make this practical for you and useful so you can get back to kicking ass and taking names and selling your products and your services, or in this case, developing a new venture that's going to impact the world for the positive. So let's get into this and really dissect this question. At the end of the day, Kickstarter is used to get funding for a creative project or a new invention. But if you come to me and you're like, Sal, is that really the best that you can do? Well, I would say that, I go a step further as well. It's really about a gap, because there's this process of going from where you are with an idea to where you want to be when it comes to your business. So coming out with a new product, a new service, a new app, it could be more creative, like a board game, a card game, it could be a publishing project, a theater project, a film project, or as a business owner, maybe even an additional product line. There are different steps and stages as you're going throughout the process of launching that product. And Kickstarter fits in a very specific use case. So yes, it is to get funding, but I would say that the vast majority of my students and my clients are using this to help with mass production when it comes to an individual physical product. Or for example, getting the funding to be able to go out there and to create something new, a passion project that they have. Maybe that's a new film, or that could be a new book, a coffee table book, for example. They're using that to getting the funding to take that prototype that they've developed and really mass produce it. But there's so many other reasons as well that Kickstarter is really used. And a lot of newbies out there are like, I can't believe that this still exists in some ways. Other people have never heard of crowdfunding before, and they can't believe that Americans like go bananas, right? About being able to support crowdfunding campaigns and really get involved with owning these products. As a business owner, the first thing you should take away from this video is that you can use Kickstarter in order to bring in funding and to mass produce products. So the cool thing here is that when someone supports your crowdfunding or Kickstarter campaign, not only are they becoming a part of your tribe, which is another great reason to do a campaign, but they're going to get the product on their doorstep one day. You're going to ship it out through your perks and your rewards. People come to the campaign page and they're going to back your campaign. They can select from a couple of perks and rewards to actually decide whether or not they want to support this. And if, let's just say, they support like the $100 level, maybe they get, or they're pre-ordering the product when it comes out in the future, they get a copy, right, of that product. So in 2-3 months from now, it could be 4 months from now, it could be 5 months from now, they're gonna get that product shipped to them in the mail. They're gonna open that up and be able to try out something new that they've supported the invention of. So that's another hallmark reason why business owners are using crowdfunding, even if they already have an established business, is because they want feedback on the end product and prototype, and they don't want to go directly to like an Amazon buyer or direct to consumer in that way, because they'd have to ship out the product in like 2 days. They aren't yet at that point of really producing the product, and that buyer is going to expect a much more refined or well-designed product that has really ironed out all the kinks, whereas all of the Kickstarter backers are a lot more forgiving in that nature. In addition to funding, and in addition to getting feedback, and I kind of touched on it a little bit, is the fact that when you do a crowdfunding campaign, you are building a tribe from scratch. How cool is that? That is so exciting. That's what gets me passionate about crowdfunding, and why I've been passionate since 2012, helping creators launch campaigns with my website, crowdcrux.com, with my podcast, Crowdfunding Demystified, with this YouTube channel, with my coaching students, with my clients. The reason why I'm passionate is that you can literally build a crowd overnight that is sensationalistic, that is so excited about this new brand which you've developed, and that a lot of times if you really developed from scratch. So the next reason that people and business owners do crowdfunding is that they want to supercharge the marketing process. Because if you first produce a product, then what do you got to do? Oh, I got to market it, I got to promote it, I got to do PR, I got to do all this stuff just to get attention, to get people to buy it, right? What if you could front load that process, and instead, while you're coming out with it, you're also doing the marketing and promotion, you're building a tribe around the brand that's really invested in what it is you're doing. They come there, they fund it, they back it, they share it with their friends. You're really kind of like not only front loading it, but you're compressing the launch of a product into a very short time span. And usually with a Kickstarter, that's gonna be like 30 days, right? So you're also giving that maximum sense of urgency. So the next reason in this video I'm mentioning why business owners do Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaigns is because they want to build a tribe. But if that's all that you hear online, I'm telling you, these people are lying to you, because there are more reasons. If you pull back the curtain, the reason really, in my opinion, why many business owners over the years that I've spoken to, and I said I would give one or two examples. So, I had one guy come to me and he had a great established business. This guy was living large, right? Living high on the hog. But he came to me and was like, you know what, Sal, I got a great idea for a new invention, but I don't know if it's gonna work. And that's the thing that a lot of these very confident business owners, they might seem like they have everything figured out, but they're just like you and me. They're trying to figure out what is going to have legs, what has traction. So another great reason why business owners will do a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo campaign is because they wanna find out, is this product gonna sell? Is anyone going to buy this? Is there demand for this? Because you and I both know that what's the most valuable thing in our life besides like a wife and kids, right? If you have that, it would be your time. Your time is extremely valuable. And you could spend the next 3 to 5 years of your life trying to figure out if this product line is even worth your time. If this, thing that you're launching is going to be big enough to be able to have a return on investment on your time, or the opportunity cost that comes with your time. Not to throw out a big like econ term, but what you could be doing otherwise, to put it a simpler way. There's also the validation that comes with doing a Kickstarter campaign where you instantly know people are willing to buy the product, they want to put their hard-earned dollars into that even before it exists. And there's maybe a lot of chatter online before that, and you can get a lot of people saying, oh, this is so cool, I would buy this. But you and I both know that doesn't really stick up to the real world. In the real world, people are gonna buy it or they're not gonna buy it. So that's when another big reason when it comes to business owners, why they actually will launch campaigns. I've had as well, established corporations and businesses that already have other products out there and other divisions out there, but they decided to do crowdfunding specifically because not only did they want to build the tribe, they also wanted to get a little bit of press and PR and media attention going around their launch. So they understand the value of that. When you have lots of people talking about you, it's much easier to sell products, but also your brand looks a lot better than your competitors when you have lots of media firestorm chatter going on. So that's another reason why I had someone reach out to me when it came to that, is that they really wanted to have PR influencers and the media singing their company's praises. And even if they only did like an average, mildly successful campaign, maybe like raise 300K or something, right? They still really found that to be very useful because, again, it's really the image that comes with it.
Want to take all the stress out of fulfilling your Kickstarter rewards? Fulfillrite is the turnkey solution that puts product delivery on autopilot. The Top Campaigns uses trusted high-tech provider to store, package, and ship their products. Focus on growing your business. Leave shipping to the experts. Don't wait. Get a custom quote from Fulfillrite today. Link in the description.
So we talked about the funding. We talked a little bit as well about the idea of like building a tribe or building a community, a brand from scratch. We talked as well getting more into like the feedback when it comes to that product and how that's really invaluable. We got more, like I mentioned, into as well the traction and whether or not you should spend time on this, and also the PR. Are there any more reasons why creators and business owners are doing Kickstarter campaigns? Well, I'm gonna share with you one or two more, and I don't wanna go too long in this video. I have a habit of like really getting in depth into this, but I will say, if this is something where you at all are curious, you should definitely take a second to go down below and you can actually book an intensive one-on-one coaching call with me. So I've helped a lot of creators and business owners over the years. And when it comes to this, you might not be even aware whether or not this is an opportunity you should be pursuing or not. And if you value your time when it comes to that, or you already are like, yes, this is something I want to do, but how do I go about doing it the step-by-step fashion? You need someone to guide you through that process from a coaching angle, or to take it off your plate in select cases if it's a really, makes sense when it comes to that project. You should go down below and book an intensive one-on-one coaching call with me, and we can get that call scheduled, and we can really go through, this opportunity when it comes to Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and crowdfunding, and figure out, is this a good fit for you? Which is the best platform? How to approach this? How to market this? And how big can it really get based on my previous experience? So go down below at crowdfrux.com/coaching. But two other things I want to say here while I still got you on this video, and if you haven't enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like my enthusiasm and passion, come subscribe for more content like this every single week. But one of the other major components, and again, this is just feedback that I've gotten over the years when it comes to crowdfunding, is this idea of building a foundation that you can then grow upon. And what I mean by that is that if you go listen to my podcast, Crowdfunding Demystified, we have people on the show who have launched not one, not two, but like 10 Kickstarter campaigns. And it becomes this process of co-creation where business owners are creating new products with the audience that cares about them. And once that product has been delivered, they then decide to go back and be like, hey, let's launch an accessory, or let's launch another product or another one. And it becomes this engine where they continue to go back to this phase of crowdfunding or Kickstarter or Indiegogo. And because they've launched campaigns in the past, all of those people that launched those previous campaigns, they like pile into the new campaigns, which is really exciting, right? And those people then back that project, and then that campaign is like instantly funded. So another big reason that people won't tell you is that they're building a foundation on these platforms, and that allows them then to have multiple successful launches. And the final aspect that I'm going to mention on this video when it comes to Kickstarter, and there are actually a lot more. I wrote an entire book about this called the Kickstarter Launch Formula, which if you like reading paperback version books, you can go and check it out at crowdfrux.com/Kickstarter formula. I'll put a link down below. Or if you're busy like I am and you maybe have some time to go after work and go to the gym for 30 minutes or an hour, you can also listen to it on the go. I have an Audible version that I'll link up down below as well. But the final one I want to mention on this video is that it typically is going to fit into a much bigger vision. So for example, maybe you need help when it comes to injection molding costs if you're doing a new innovation or brand. Maybe you also want to, in the future, raise money from other sources. So maybe you want to incorporate equity crowdfunding in the future and get investors on your side. Well, if you already have thousands of people that have backed your Kickstarter campaign, you can easily transition that into something like a WeFunder campaign. Or maybe you want to grow as a creator, and this is a hobby for you. You want to maybe become a podcaster or a YouTuber, or you want to become a comic book artist or something like that. This is your passion, right? You maybe then decide to roll that into a Patreon campaign where people then are supporting you on a monthly basis. So it's a great leaping off point for a much bigger vision of using crowdfunding as a tool in order to get to where you want to go. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you didn't catch it, my name is Sal, or Salvador Briggman. Give me a thumbs up again if you enjoyed this video. Leave a positive comment down below. And if nothing else, I hope that this kindled a little bit of curiosity, interest, and a little bit of passion, as I say, in pursuing this as a way to get your products and services out there, and maybe in a novel approach that's going to save you time, money, and more importantly, allow you to connect with the crowd that wants to see those exist. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.